What's up, everybody? Tyson Roush, Let's Talk Jets. Hope everybody's having an excellent weekend. Jets training camp is in full effect. I think it's like 4 practices down. They go into pads on Monday. So some quick news and notes from what's being reported. First and foremost, shout out to Primetime, man, who's cranking out all kinds of content. If you want to see videos from camp, at Talk Jets Radio on Instagram and Twitter, there's all kinds of great videos from Kevin. Before we go into some of these notes, the one thing we got to keep in mind is these are not padded practices. Like mentioned before, the first one's on Monday. So while you want to get excited about a lot of these players, a lot changes when the pads go on. The physicality of practice, things change a bit. So things are encouraging, but as that plays out, the joint practices are pivotal too, where you see other competition. You can establish better ideas of who you like, who you don't like, or areas of concern. But on offense, the first couple of days of practice, the offense was ahead of defense. Today, the defense had a much better performance in terms of getting after the quarterback and pressure and coverage, which is expected because they're making adjustments. They kind of figure out what the Jets offense is doing. They made their adjustments. It's going to be a cat and mouse game throughout camp. You see the battles between Garrett Wilson and Sauce Gardner, Garrett Wilson and DJ Reed. It's all great stuff, and they're going to figure different things out and their tendencies, but it's good when you have a roster with this much talent. That competition is just tremendous because it's going to make everybody better. The one area I was most interested in is the wide receiver position. Mike Williams is still out, and Gibson's been banged up too. He's out for another week or so. So you wanted to see who stepped up, and Allen Lazard continues to be that guy. Now, he obviously has chemistry with Aaron Rodgers. Last year went to hell. We all know that, but he continues to have a very impressive camp. You hope it continues as the preseason comes up. After that, some young players are emerging, which is interesting too. Jason Brownlee, another good day. Malik Taylor, who Aaron Rodgers mentioned a lot last year, he's coming on. A rookie, Tyler Harrell's coming on, which is great. One more player I'm forgetting. Oh, and Corley, who's coming into his own too. And the one thing with Corley, there's so much hype around him, is he is learning so much right now. He's learning just the NFL experience in general, the offense, the cadence, the communication, where he has to go. So he's got a little ways to go, but he's getting more involved in the offense. And again, he's going to have a lot of opportunities in the preseason to show what he's doing. So in terms of wide receiver, where you had some concerns of what they're going to have behind Garrett Wilson, who's going to be an absolute star, you see his chemistry with Aaron Rodgers is automatically back. If they both stay healthy, Garrett Wilson's on track for a Pro Bowl year, and that's not even being just a Jets fan. He's just that good, and so is Aaron Rodgers. But you was wondering what was going to happen behind him, and all these young players are starting to make their name. And and the thing is, when you listen to Aaron Rodgers' press conference, you always want to see what names is he pointing out, because that's the guy he's got his eye on that are starting to build his trust. After the wide receivers, the running back group, Braylon Allen, who's, you worry about as a rookie, will he be good in pass protection? Can he catch the ball in the backfield? Early on, that's been good. Now you want to see what happens when he gets hit. Tariq Cohen continues to impress. I like him a lot. Injuries have been his problem. He's a world of talent and explosiveness. Injuries have kind of derailed him. He's doing very well. The other big note is AVT's back in practice, which is great as well. I think they're saying Morgan Moses could be in practice next week, and you can finally get your starting 5 in place at the same time, practicing together, establishing communication, which I don't think they had at all last year. Defensively, Takk McKinley is having an all-world camp where his pass rush has been ridiculous. You want to see him in pads and what he can do against Tyron Smith and Olu and everybody else. Will McDonald slowly but surely is emerging, which is great. There's a report today from Josina Anderson saying that negotiations are heating up with Hassan Reddick and the Jets. Hopefully they get him in here next week. I don't care what the contract is. Guaranteed money, 2 years, 3 years. I don't care. Just get him in here and get him into this defense, because you don't want any excuses, man. You want everybody to be on the same page and be the best team they could possibly be. Other than that, Bernard Converse, too, being transferred from safety to corner, is doing some really good things. Eccles is banged up, so there could be some really good competition at corner. So other than that, it's exciting. You can't really, like I said, you want to see what happens in the joint practices in the preseason, but it's early on in camps. You can only form your opinions based on what you're seeing, all across, the reports all over the internet and the Primetime's videos and everything else. So thank you guys for watching. We'll be back live Monday night, 8 o'clock, taking calls, doing anything else. We're full back. Let's Talk Jets is fully back now, so the chaos is returning. I'll talk to you guys later.